Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, myself Lutsa Lisina from JI School of Medical Science and Research. So today we are going to talk about something super important, what we actually need in your first year of medical college, apart from the giant pile of the books. So if you are about to start medical school, grab a notebook because I am going to save you a lot of confusion and maybe even some money. First up, stationery. Trust me, medical college means notes, diagrams and more notes. So what you need is good quality notebooks, all loose sheet with files, a set of pens with different colors like black, blue and couple of colored pen or highlighter. Because color coding actually makes anatomy physiology easier to revise. Sticky notes or flashcards, lifesaver for the last minute revision. Anatomy dissection kit. First year means cadaver, dissection, and you will need your own kit with scalpel, scissors, forceps, and a bone set if your college recommended it. Don't worry, they are actually available right near the college, so don't stress about buying them too early. Also make sure you have a good quality lab coat or apron, because you need to wear it in the dissection. You need to wear the whole day in your college because you are in the first year, so you have to wear the lab coats, the aprons. I recommend you to buy 2. You need a clean apron. It looks very neat and clean. You are going to be a doctor, so you need to be very clean. A good iPad or tab, not in your budget. Going to a medical college, you need an iPad. No, that's not required. You need a good tab in your budget. A very important point, that is health and personal care, because med school can get intense, so take care of yourself. A good water bottle, because staying hydrated during long lecture is must. A basic first aid kit, because sometimes the doctor also needs a doctor, no? And yes, carry a hand sanitizer, a tissue, because you will spending plenty of times in labs. You need to start carry these things along with you. Next, that which book you need, what you will face in the first year. My rest of friend will guide you, so stay tuned.
Okay. Hello everyone, I am going to cover the book section. Now, the selection of the perfect book is like the most important thing that you will have to do in your MBBS journey. Partly because there are enormous varieties of books present in the market, like ranging from the gold standard ones to the ones which you usually use in order to pass your exams only. Now, for the selection of the books, it usually revolves around 2 major factors. The first one being the curriculum which your college is following, and the other one being the language which you are most suitable with, like you can adapt to most easily. So I'm taking an example. In case of anatomy, in case of BDC, for example, the language, it might not be suitable for most of the students, but that is fine because you will find alternatives like Vishal saying, where the language is relatively easier to understand for most of the students, like that. So as a student who have already passed his first year examination, I would like to give you my recommendations for the books which you might prefer during your first year MBBS. Now mind you that these recommendations are strictly based on West Bengal Board of Curriculum. Now for the first subject, anatomy. In case of general anatomy, your lower limb, upper limb, abdomen and thorax, prefer BDC over anything else. And specifically for your head and neck and neuroanatomy, go for Vishramsi. Now I would like to add a few points regarding this subject, like anatomy particularly. Like most of the students, they get overwhelmed by this subject Like it is common, like for most of them. Even I was overwhelmed as well the first time I saw the syllabus and the vastness of the syllabus in this subject specifically. But trust me, it is like once you grasp the whole of this subject, grasp the basic things and all of this subject, like it becomes the easiest subject during your first year. Like don't stress it out, it is gonna be fine. On to our second subject, that is going to be physiology. Since we are from the West Bengal board, like here Debashish Pramanik is like the go-to choice for us. And finally for our biochemistry, Satyanarayan is the most preferred choice. Although in case of biochemistry there is another god, like he is literally the god of biochemistry that you will come to understand, come to know about him once you become familiar with the subject and all. If possible, एडिटर साहब ऐड कर दीजिए यहाँ पे आपका गॉड वाला पिक्चर.
बहुत तेज हो रहा है, बहुत तेज हो रहा.
Now we come on how to make a strategy to deal with the syllabus of the first year. So strategy is itself a thing which differs from person to person, because the strategy which has worked for me might not work for you. So you have to modify it or mold it according to your needs. So firstly, you have to focus on the most important topics of each chapter, and you can consult your seniors for that, or you can follow the CVME curriculum which is present at the NMC site or even given in front of some books. So this is one point. You can also get a picture of the most important questions by reading the previous year questions, which is itself a treasure during the examinations for us students. Again, another thing is making notes, which varies again from person to person, because I hadn't made any notes in the first year, but I knew many people who made beautiful notes and it gave them fruitful results. So it's according to your choice, but making notes also helps in your studies. It takes time, but it helps.
Now, another very important thing is to take the practical classes very seriously. Sometimes we miss out practical classes, but these classes helps in building the foundation for upcoming clinical subjects in the third and the fourth years.
ठीक है, समझ गया.
Additionally, the dissection classes of anatomy clears your doubts very easily and helps you visualize more clearly. Thus makes it easier to grasp the subject.
Hi. So by now you guys must have been sorted with the ideas of academics and books. Well, I'm here to talk about emotions. Yes, the mental preparation you need before entering a medical college, or the mindset you need to develop while you're in the first year. Right, so it's a great transition from school life to college life, right? Especially medical college life. It's very cool, I understand. It's very cool, it's very exciting. And congratulations for the fact that you have crossed one of the most important parts, cracking NEET, securing a seat in medical college, right? You have done one of the toughest part. In other words, like, you have crossed a river of rat race now. Now let me tell you, now you're gonna enter into an ocean of challenges. A huge textbooks, dissections, anatomy diagrams, sometimes clinical practices, and a lot of other things can be a bit too overwhelming if you're not mentally prepared. So, firstly, this is not a school anymore. So the ratta maroing thing will not work here more effectively like it used to work in schools, right? You need to have a grip on the concepts more. You need to connect to the concepts more. It is not a short race that you can finish in a snap. It's more like a marathon. So mentally you need to be very patient, consistent, and you should not expect quick results. Secondly, resilience. Now, you'll face a whole lot of exposures, immense workloads, practicals, dissections, as I told, huge textbooks and all that. And most importantly, adjustments, hostel adjustments if you're staying far away from your house. So all of these things can seem a bit too much. But what will help you cope up is that when you realize that the people around you, your batchmates, majority of your batchmates are going through the same phase, they are trying to cope up with the same thing, that will kind of keep your mind at ease. So helping each other to manage, talking to your batchmates about the things you relate about, like these, can like reduce the pressure that you feel that only you are going through. Thirdly, one of the most important things you need to consider is working on balance. It's very, very, very important for you to take breaks in between studying, like listening to music, going for walks, do any kind of sport or spend some hobby time, watch a movie, even hang out with your friends, whatever makes your mind at ease. But you really need to freshen up your mind after a hectic day of drowning yourselves into the huge books of anatomy and thinking that, oh my god, I'm not even halfway there, how will I complete these? Trust me, the feeling is mutual if you ask any of your batchmates there. So that your dimag hang na ho, you need regular breaks. Believe me, it will be worth it. Finally, the thing that I don't think many people on this platform has covered is making friends.
अरे बाप रे, ये तो धोती खोल रहा है.
Now, it can be a very sensitive topic because I feel you need to be a little careful in this aspect, even more if you are a very emotionally attached person. A companionship can enhance you, it can make you very glad, it can make you very happy, it can mold you, but it can even sometimes hurt you. So learn to not be too much affected by all these overwhelming feelings and learn the art of moving on. Okay, you see, you're finally entering into a real world where you will start to groom yourselves towards the person you want to be in the future, toward the person you want to see yourself in the future as a doctor, your dream job. So don't let anything be in that path. Okay, what I'm saying is, do not be too naive that your trusts can be misutilized. Now don't be scared. You will make great buddies, great friends in college life. You will make girlfriend, you will make boyfriend, to whom you may even commit for a lifetime. But do not rush into that. Choose your circle very wisely, very carefully, and wait until you find the people that match your vibe. Okay. Lastly, do not overestimate or underestimate anyone based on their ranks in NEET. You see, I have seen low-ranked students study really hard in the college and get greater marks in semester and professional examinations more than the students who have got higher ranks in NEET. So those things actually doesn't matter a lot. You need to do your part of the studying and help people around. Be a good person, that's it. To conclude, I would like to say that right from the start of the first year, you must always keep alive your sense of purpose. Like, I know first year can be a huge burden. First year can be very heavy. It can seem very heavy with all the bulky books, with all the theories. But you see, if you remind yourself that every page of anatomy or physiology you read connects you to the life of a patient you might be saving in future, I think that will be motivation enough.
Now we come to the last segment of this particular video, which is ragging. Now, before getting into this topic, at the very beginning, I want to tell you people that if you're facing any kind of bullying, harassment or ragging, mentally or physically, you should definitely contact your college authorities and report it, or you can also contact the helpline number that has been given below. Now, if I have to talk about ragging, I need to tell you people, this college is a newly opened college. It was opened in 2023 and me myself, I am the first batch. So we did not have any seniors. Now that is advantage and a disadvantage both. Seniors are there in a college to guide their juniors. Seniors, if you can treat the seniors properly with respect and if you can be humble towards them, the seniors will be definitely giving you tips of how to pass your exams, how to deal your academic stress, will give you insights about the college, pros and cons, and a lot of other things which will help you in your journey of MBBS. For understanding ragging, we have to understand the concept behind ragging. People rag to feel a sense of seniority or superiority over the other one. These people who do ragging may not even understand the seriousity of that particular situation. They may have, adapted this whole ragging thing from their seniors above. So this is a whole ongoing cycle which is happening over years. And being the first batch, and I mean the super senior batch, I would want my juniors to follow the same, and their juniors and their juniors, and I want to start a new random cycle of no ragging. Now ragging can be dealt or can be reported. For me, ragging can be of 3 types: mild, for fun purposes; moderate, where maybe the senior is taking some fun but is maybe costing you; and extreme, which is something that you should report immediately. I'll talk about all the 3 phases. Mild is the one which you face when you just enter the college. Maybe the seniors will ask you your names, they will take an introduction, such kind, which is for basic fun purpose. They are not done with the intention of proper ragging in mind. They're just done to make a comfortable environment among the juniors and the seniors. Mild ragging, which is not ragging, this is called introduction. So if you're doing this, or if you're facing this, I don't think there is something wrong with it. But yes, while this introduction thing, if people are demanding obscene acts or any kind of unethical or harmful or toxic things, you should definitely report again, and you should definitely say no. If I come to the moderate phase, I would like to say, moderately, there are seniors, as I said before, they want to feel the superiority over you. So they will want you to always bow down in front of them when you meet them, or they will they will behave very weirdly, which is not like the expected thing. By the first 3 to 6 months of first year, you and your seniors will become very close and stuff, because you'll have your seniors, your favorite seniors, and this and that. So I don't think most 90 to 95% of the seniors become friendly after a period of time. That period of time is important to make things normal. If the seniors are going to be very friendly from the very beginning, the juniors will not understand the essence of the senior-junior relationship. Now, the senior-junior relationship, I want to stress on, this is a very important kind of a relationship, because medicine is a field where you will learn all the skills and a lot of things, not from your professors, but from your seniors. So respecting your seniors is very important, because without respect, you won't be able to understand the guidance that you will be getting from them. You do not often take your friends seriously because they are your friends, but your seniors or your brothers and sisters who are older than you, if they give you an advice, you tend to take it more seriously, because you know that they are older than you and they have the experience. Okay, now let's come to the extreme. This is the worst part, a nightmare for a student, and I don't want, as a student, as a medical student, I would never want any student to face any kind of ragging. And if somebody is ragging you, I think you should definitely say no, because if you resist it, these people are going to take more power into them and they're going to try to suppress you more. So the very first day, say no with respect. This kind of ragging can be mental and physical both. Mental, they might bully you, they might call you by different names, they might body shame you, they might show racism, they might do a lot of other things. And physically, they might beat you, they might do some other heinous things which I don't want to say in this particular video, but you are understanding what I want to say. So, and we hear a lot of news about that. So if any kind of horrible thing or such a horrible thing is happening with you, definitely report to your college authority. Do not wait.
And with this, we come to the end of this video. I really hope that you people liked it and found it useful. Comment below if you want us to make such videos, or you can also comment on what kind of topics we should make our further videos that can help you. And yeah, so stay tuned for such fun content with the Hanikarak Medicos. Bye!